psych perspectives, geofucks. And yet, this is where a lot of us mess up. And in some cases, it's by choice and also by design. Amazon laid off 17,000 plus people. They're one of the many corporations, major employers that are doing mass layoffs. And yet, people will sit up and go goo goo gaga for Prime Day. Oh my God, it's Prime Day. Oh my God, Amazon. Oh my God. Constantly supporting the very companies that are destroying our lives. Supporting the very companies that keep you in poverty. Supporting the very companies that are taking your rights and freedoms away. And that's what a lot of us do. And like I said, some of this is by choice and some of this is by design. And what I mean by design is a lot of folks are forced to shop at Walmart and Amazon because it's the cheaper alternative. They can't afford to go to the big box stores or pay for things in a local business, because typically the big box stores or local businesses, they cost more to support in some situations and cases. Let's just be real. And when people are already living in poverty or living check to check or living on a fixed income, they have to shop where they can afford, what's accessible, what's attainable. So it's, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Some of this shit is by design. They purposely don't pay us living wages. They have taken away avenues and opportunities for upward mobility, for financial security and stability, financial freedom, you know. They have made it extremely difficult for people not to have options. And then some of it's by choice as well, because you have folks that are making okay money, good money, or have options to shop elsewhere and still shop at places that are democratic, constantly causing problems for society. You have people that make good money and they're still going to shop at Walmart, they're still going to shop at McDonald's, they're still going to shop at Amazon, right? And then those types of individuals, it's like, really? Because you have the money to shop elsewhere. You have the money to support local businesses, big boxes. You don't have to shop at Amazon. Then you have people who are literally disabled. Like I said, by design, they're disabled. So you have some folks that they don't have any way to physically get in and out of the house, out to go shopping at a big box, in-person, local business. They don't have that. So they are literally dependent upon the DoorDash, the Amazon, the Uber, the Lyft, okay? The Postmates, okay? Uber Eats, etc. So there's various reasons why we end up supporting these organizations, these people, these companies, these corporations that are like taking our rights and freedoms away, paying us poverty wages. So I get it. But that's why I'm constantly talking about, you really do have to learn how to be as ethical and control your dollar as much as you can within reason to your needs and your access, right? I try to do my best to stay off of Amazon. And I do pretty well because honestly, I'm not a big consumer. I don't really buy a lot of shit. And when I do buy things, it's typically for somebody else, not for me directly. So I do pretty well with that. Same thing with the McDonald's. You know, I have a membership at Costco, and then if I added my granny on the Costco membership, if she needs to shop, she can use it. My mom, if she needs to shop, she can use it. I have friends and family that I have taken to Costco because they didn't have a membership, and I took them with me using my membership so they could get in to do their shopping. And some of them have went on and got their own membership after going the first couple of times and seeing how they can save money and buy things in bulk, right? And some haven't, right? It is what it is. And I'm nobody holier than thou because I've gone to Walmart, right? I'm not saying I haven't gone to Walmart. I have. I try not to go as often as possible, but I have gone there. I typically go to Meijer. Being honest, I go to Meijer, I go to Kroger, I go to Aldi's, I go to Costco, right? I don't shop at Target at all, right? Like, there's some things I have control in, is what I'm saying, so I try to control my dollar. I'm an advocate, supporter of local businesses and entrepreneurs. I spend a lot of my money, if I'm going to spend money consuming, in the local businesses in my area and also local entrepreneurs. And then I donate quite a bit between money, time, resources, energy, volunteering, etc. Because I would rather see my money go to local businesses and entrepreneurs that actually are going to immediately put that money back into their business, back into the employees, back into the community, versus sending my money to Amazon. Just being real. Now, I'm also saying all of this to say, if it hasn't been made aware, we are clearly in a recession, and we've been in a recession. That's the out cold part. This isn't just under Trump, second term. We've been in a recession, because the other issue that I have with in the USA with the two political party system is it's always them versus us versus them, instead of looking at what's going to be beneficial for the betterment of taxpayers, of the people in this country. And it's a lot of, but they did this and they did that, but that didn't happen under them and that didn't happen. But when we look at grocery prices, the last 3 to 4 years, we have literally seen grocery prices go sky high and be out of control. We have seen the cost of everyday goods and services and materials be extremely expensive and out of control. We had inflation issues under Biden and Harris. We had it, and we clearly have it under Trump. We had it under Trump his first term. Okay? And arguably, we pretty much entered a real recession literally in March, April of 2020, if we're being honest. Okay? And the indicators of a recession is the fact that, you keep mass layoffs. Every time you turn around, people are being laid off, let go, or fired. Another indicator is when you have the Federal Reserve doing quantitative easing, okay, where they're literally deciding upon themselves to lower or increase interest rates to manipulate the financial economic sector. Another indicator is when you're seeing foreclosures. You literally have people who bought their homes in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, even as of last year in 2024, who are filing for bankruptcy and foreclosing on their properties. When you see foreclosure rates increasing, bankruptcies increasing, when you see entire corporations closing up, like, and or seeing all of these bank and financial credit unions, banks and lenders merging and or straight up closing and filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, or individual people and families filing for Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy, those are clear indicators of a recession, of a horrible financial situation, of a horrible economic situation. Then when you add in the tariffs on top of the fact that inflation was already ridiculous, we're in hyperinflation. Like, it's ridiculous. You know, when you look at what you were spending 5 years ago on groceries versus what you're spending now, last quarter of 2025, I can almost guarantee you there has been anywhere between a 30% to 50% or more price increase. And we're going to see more foreclosures, unfortunately.